of all kings. I ride up on the wings of the wind.
Greetings to each and everyone who call upon His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I, his name. Yes, Her Royal Highness, Queen of Queens, Empress Menen. We give thanks for this perfect Alpha and Omega balance of Rastafari family. Yes, I give thanks to speak to you today from Ghana and as a repatriated daughter, 12 years on the continent of Africa. And within the time I spent 11 years in Ethiopia, Shashamani, Addis Ababa. In Addis Ababa, I have seen the school that Empress Menen, Aitege meaning Empress in Amharic language. So we hail her by her title rightfully in Amerindian language. Right? The school that was established by Aitege Menen herself still remains a school that ones are going to and graduating from, now known as Yekatit 12 in Addis Ababa. I have seen and visited in Sabata Empress Aitege Menen Palace, which is donated by the Empress to the nunnery for ones in the nunnery to use that establishment as their home and work, where you see many ones very skilled and weaving garments and weaving, from the Menen cloth, and you can go there and purchase these items. It's very good to be on the land where Empress Aitege Menen used to reside in the palace, and the sacrifice that she made by giving, to the community and establishing and empowering, women and girls is endless. So at the moment, there's not many things left visible in Ethiopia that you can go around and see for yourself because of the times that we're living in and the names that have changed. But as far as the knowledge and the history is there in books, you can read about. But today I'm here to share with you some of my inspiration firsthand. Now, as you know, or as you may not know, I, Zela Africa, have been raised in Nyabingi tradition. Since the age of 3 years old, I can say I've been going to Nyabingi in Jamaica. And ever since that time, even until now, I have not heard any chants of Isis that glorify our Queen of Queens, the Omega of the world. So, I just come to point it out still because, we call upon her name as the balance, of Emperor Haile Selassie I. And we give thanks that the recognition and the respect is there. But apart from that and the respectability is there, we as Rastafari people need to come forward, with a chant that's going to uplift the empresses them. Yes, set an example to the youth them that you value the woman in the family. When we're giving Isis and we don't hear no chants, of our Empress Aitege Menen, I feel that the progress needs to be made in that regard. And for ones who have a chance and can bring it forward to the world for us to unite and be unified, yes, in Isis around the world for Rastafari. To be proud, yes, of the dignity and the grace and the integrity of the Rastafari woman. Yes, the Queen of Queens, yes, we call on her name. Especially in the times of celebration where, you have chance for different celebrations around the world and around as the year goes on, right? So we really look forward to seeing that. progress and development. Please come forward. Now, yes, you know, this is a short time to share with you the simple examples that we know of the royal ways that Empress Menen has carried herself, fitting for a queen. You know, Emperor Haile Selassie has chosen Empress Menen as his wife, crowned on the same day. In history, this is never something that is done, right? But to show the value and respect that Emperor Haile Selassie I, you know, really value his wife and bring her forward into the eyes of each and every one in the world to witness, yes, the grace, the intelligence, the humility, and the dignity that she represents is so profound that I have to take time for myself in meditation each morning. Yes, I can call upon the proverb 31 as the most exemplary that is in likeness, you know, of our queen. So when I read, who can find a virtuous woman, and you sit and read the rest of that proverb, and you look at the example that Empress Menen has given I hold it in meditation, you know, because really and truly we have a role model of mother of the nation, and it's one thing to call upon their name, and it's another thing to have that connection where you know that you are accessing the power and the presence of His Imperial Majesty, Her Royal Highness, power within you. So for me, that is just as important as the learning of the teachings of, you know, Her Majesty. For it is very important to emulate the life that we live here as kings and queens in the earth. And the queen of all queens must be glorified, yes, in all houses and mansions. Yes, because when you show that you can glorify the Queen of Queens, then it shows that where our mind is as a Rastafari people. So I'm urging you again now, you know, there's very serious times we're in now, you know. It's Women's Empowerment Month now, you know. Yeah. So we're going right through till the 3rd of April. And I really would like to see that respectability within the Rastafari family. So in my meditation each morning, as I say, I read Proverbs 31 and I call on some other chants and some prayers. Yes, but it's just to really to take it on board to say that we have living examples of the greatness, yes, of our Emperor and Empress. Yes, King of Kings, Lord of Lords, the conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah. Yes, and the Queen of Queens is the Omega of the world, you know. So let us not forget that we can access that power within you see, in the stillness, to know that you are of the lightness. And so, that's the inspiration that I give to you today.
King of all kings, I ride up on the wings of the wind.